So today I'm going to show you guys how to do one of the hardest moves in all of Magic. It's called the pass. Now I'm not talking about the pass that I made on your mom last night. Gotcha! I'll show you guys what I mean. For this one I'm going to use this deck of Great Smoky Mountain cards just to show once again that it is actually skill, not cards, that makes all the difference. So pretty much, if you haven't seen it before, a pass is a way of getting a card from the middle all the way to the top. So it looks a little bit like this. If you do it with the card face down, you square up the deck and the card is actually on top in that little action. I know that was good as f***, so I'll do it one more time just so you can see it. The card's in the middle, and with a little squaring action, it actually brings the card to the top. For this move, you need to get to the point where they could completely stare at your hands and you could still get away with it, because that is the nature of the move. Back in the day, this move was used in the gambling table, and if they would catch you, they would f*** you up after the game was done. Fucking Great Smoky Mountain cards. God damn it. So pretty much all a pass is just a way of cutting the cards in a very small area of space. First thing you're going to need to do is to have a pinky break above the card that they pick. In this case, it's going to be the 9 of diamonds. Now, usually for other card tricks, you want a small pinky break, but in our case today, we want a pinky break so big that you could actually take it to prom and fuck it and hopefully not get it pregnant so your parents don't find out. After you get the pinky break, your right hand is going to reach down and grab the bottom half of the deck below the pinky break. So essentially what's going to happen is that this bottom half is going to revolve around the top half and bring the card to the top. Let me do that with the card face up. Oh, I forgot. The cards stick to each other. God okay, there it is. So what's going to happen is that that bottom half, you're going to get that pinky right above it. And all the left hand is pretty much going to do is just flop that top half over towards the right as the bottom half of the deck is being pulled through that half and bringing the card to the top of the deck. The left hand is pretty much just getting those cards out of the way so the right hand could pull the cards through them and complete the pass. This is the only job that the right hand has to do, just like the Cincinnati Zoo. Its only job was to protect Harambe. But in our case, all it has to do is just pretty much allow itself to pull through the top of the deck. When I was first learning how to do the pass, I would do the move slowly and then eventually work my way up till I could do it really quickly. And I would also practice with one card at a time. So I would do the pass with one card, then maybe progress to a couple cards, and then finally do it with half the deck. That way there's a steady progression and you can actually improve on the technique itself. There are also like a shit ton of variations on the original pass. You could do a turnover pass. Some people do a weird like spread pass, but all in all, I like just keeping the finesse on the classic pass, and it seems to me to be the most effective. Also, you need motivation, so it doesn't make any sense if you square up a deck that's already squared and then do the pass. So when you put the cards together, make it a little bit messy so you have a reason to square up the deck and a reason to cover up the pass. In the instance that they do happen to see something, they'll just attribute it to you squaring up the deck and nothing more than that. So the main advice I could possibly give is don't do the f***ing pass unless you have a reason to do so. Hopefully that reason is to square up the deck. That way it covers it well. If you happen to be on a spectrum and use a deck like this, make sure that they're all facing the same direction so you don't accidentally do the pass and end up with another trick that you did not expect. But the best way to avoid this is by not using these f***ing cards as long as you're alive.
See you again when I see you again, 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 when I see you again.